What's up guys, welcome back to another video on Pure Panorama. I want to talk about the vp44 injection pump a little bit more in this video, and the video that I posted prior about the vp44 injection pump miracle. Now obviously take that title with a grain of salt. I don't know 100% if it truly was a miracle with the vp44 injection pump on my truck and what was previously going on with it compared to what's going on with it now. But prior to that last video, I can tell you that I did have a code, and I can't remember off the top of my head what that code was. For the life of me, I stay forgetting this one code. But I've noticed lately, more so after putting in the two new batteries on the Cummins truck here, that the truck was starting to not hard start the way that it was before. So on warm days after driving the truck and the vp44 got warmed up and the truck was at operating temp, if I were to stop at a store for 30-40 minutes, an hour and a half, and then come back out and try to start the truck again, it wouldn't start all that well. It would give me crap and crank and crank and crank and crank. I'm talking for like 6 to 10 seconds of cranking before it would finally come to life and fire up. So now at this point in time, when we run the truck and get it up to operating temperature and stop somewhere, and then we come back out in a short period of time to restart the truck and go on our way to the next spot or back home, and we get in the truck, we go to crank it, it's been firing up far easier than it was when I thought the computer was failing and that we had that code going on. Now I'm not even gonna lie to you and pretend that I know, because I honestly at this point I have no idea what is going on with the truck. But I can tell you that since we put in these two new batteries here, the truck has just completely changed. So if I had to guess, I would say that the old batteries, being as low as they were and as drained as they were, just were not producing enough voltage and power to all the electronics on the truck. Now that we have them swapped out and we have fresh batteries in there, I would have to guess that with that increase in voltage and that steady power supply from the two new batteries, things are able to function and operate in the correct manner. So I don't know if that is playing a role in the vp44, the computer on it, and what was previously going on. Now I will say that we still do have a slight, like very minor hesitation when we drive the truck. Like today was probably up around 90 degrees. We drove the truck obviously to work and a doctor's appointment. We stopped at a couple places along the way, came out, fired it back up, and it cranked right up. It started, basically no issues. There was a very slight hesitation, and it cranked for like a split second longer than it would if the truck were cold, say when I come out in the morning to crank it. So what that has me believing is that there's something going on with the actual fuel system, like a fuel line or something, possibly just a leak, a loose connection somewhere. There's probably most likely air getting into the system and causing that very slight hesitation upon startup. But whatever is happening, I think that the batteries definitely help the case in giving the proper voltage to get the truck cranking and feed all the electrical components. But I think also that everything else we've been doing as far as changing the injectors, the big line kit, things like that, making sure that our Fast Platinum 150 was good and pumping out sufficient fuel flow and the pressure on it was good. I think all that stuff obviously has also played a role in this. I can't pinpoint what exact piece of the puzzle basically, I guess, I won't say fixed this problem, but straightened it out for the time being. And it very well could still be bad or not working properly, I guess, but I want to believe that because there is no codes in the truck right now, that things are good, and the problem probably lies in the fuel system and possibly a leak somewhere. So what we're gonna do this week is we are gonna get underneath the truck. We are gonna check all of the fuel lines coming off of the Fast Platinum 150. We are gonna check all the fuel lines up here that run from the vp44 to the injectors. Check all of our connections, make sure that they're tight, make sure that we don't have any leaks. I'm gonna spray some water on them and look for bubbling, because you and I both know that if there is any type of leak in the fuel system and there's any amount of air getting in, that it will cause a slight hard start, depending on how much air is getting in and how much it has to try and bleed that air out in order for the truck to start. So just like after changing the injectors and having lines off, or the injection pump itself, you have to bleed the air out and get the fuel up through the system and the lines in order for the truck to start. So that's basically, if you have a leak in the lines, that is what is happening, is that air is working its way up through there and causing the truck to struggle upon startup. So we are gonna just start to dissect the fuel system and check the fitting on the back of the head there, the back of the block, fuel return. We're gonna get a 19mm wrench on our fuel lines at the valve cover, and most importantly, we are going to check the lines coming off the Fast Platinum 150. I believe they are 3/8 lines that come off of there and run up here to the engine bay, and if that's the case and we do have to replace any, it may be worth just ordering 1/2 inch and upgrading those so that we have a slightly bigger line and get better fuel flow from the pump, or the lift pump, up to the injection pump. But I do think that those lines probably need to get replaced. They've been on there for who knows how long. They were on there when I got the truck, and they're, from what I saw, not in horrible shape, but they have seen better days and definitely have some slight cracks and stuff in it. So I'm sure if I got under there and started to really look at them and pick them apart, I could probably find some pretty questionable areas that need to be replaced and have fresh lines installed. But I wanted to touch a little bit more on this vp44 thing and try to not mislead anybody, because I feel like the last video may have been a little misleading or just kind of dumb sounding, and I didn't mean it in any way like a miracle happened and my truck is a-okay and healed, because I know that there is a very good chance that there could still be something wrong with it and this could be a fluke. But I honestly speaking, from the way that the truck drives and runs, performs, I strongly feel that there's probably just something going on with the fuel system. But if something were to pop back up regarding the vp44 and its failure or something, then I guess everybody can say I told you so. Don't count it out, don't write it off. But for now, we're just gonna roll with what we have, what's going on with the truck. We're gonna just check the fuel system over, see if anything jumps out at us, and if we come across any leaks, and if we do, see if that fixes the little slight hesitation upon starting the truck up. I will keep checking for codes to see if any codes come back, and I do plan to make a couple phone calls so that I can try to get a little bit more educated on this matter and try to maybe pinpoint what was going on previously with the truck and the injection pump, and how, if at all possible, how it could kind of clear itself up and go away, or what might be the cause of doing that. So I will call a couple places and kind of pick their brain on that topic, see what they have to say about it, and be able to bring that information back to you guys and the channel, because I don't want to just talk about something that I really don't know 100% everything about, and A, sound stupid or like an idiot, and B, maybe put something out there that somebody is gonna think, oh shoot, like that's awesome, and take it the wrong way. That's not what I want the channel to be about, and I don't want to be misleading anybody in any type of way. So I guess I just wanted to talk about that a little bit more and just maybe clear the air a little bit so that people didn't think that something just miraculous happened with my truck. But at the moment, things do feel good with the truck. They feel strong, it runs well, and I just think that we may have a fuel leak or some air getting into the line somewhere that is causing our little issue. I mean, when I say slight hesitation, I mean slight hesitation. So we will look into it further. I will try to get some more knowledge on that so that I can share that with you guys and get some more definitive answers, and we'll keep our eyes on everything, keep checking for codes, and we'll keep our fingers crossed that things are fine with the VP44 injection pump on my 24 valve, and that hopefully we don't have to worry about replacing that right now like I thought I was gonna have to. And if we don't have to replace it, it's just gonna open up the door for a couple of other things that I've been wanting to do to the truck and bring some more content your way. So hopefully that little guy is good, and you stay working the way you're supposed to, my friend. We'll take care of you, don't you worry. That is it for this video though. Sorry that it was just me basically talking and stuff, but like I said, I wanted to kind of just put that out there so that nobody was misled, and let you guys know that I do plan to call a few places and try to get some more info on that and figure this out more so I can bring you more facts and more information on it. As always, hit that like button before you leave. If you're stopping in for the first time, hit that subscribe button, join the family, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. I just wanna